Hey guys, I'm James, your photographer, and in this episode I'm going to give you 5 tips to get better at your night photography so you can shoot like the pros. Let's check it out. Tip number 1 is plan your location. So living in the suburbs, you're going to get a lot of light pollution. Make sure that you drive somewhere away from the suburbs, maybe half an hour to an hour depending where you live, where it's going to be a lot darker to get away from that city light. There's so many apps out there that show you where the Milky Way is going to be located. I use Star Walk. It's a fantastic app. It shows me where the moon is going to be, where the Milky Way is going to be, and make sure that you shoot with a new moon. You don't want to be shooting with a full moon, as that will blow out your photo. So you want to know what phase the moon is in. You can also get this app, which I prefer, which shows you what the moon phase is. Now before you drive out there, you're going to make sure that you know what the weather's going to be. I remember one time I drove out with my wife about 2 hours. I checked the moon, I checked the stars, but I didn't check the weather. And the time I drove to there was like lightning, but I got pretty cool shots, but I didn't get the shots that I wanted. Tip number 2, get the right equipment. So what I recommend is getting a sturdy tripod, a remote. That way, when you take the photo, the camera's not going to shake and you're going to get beautiful images. If you don't have a remote, just go into your camera settings and set it for 2 seconds. That way, there'll be a 2-second timer. It will take the photo and you get stunning images like this. I recommend getting a wide-angle lens and a lens that has an f-stop between 1.4 and 2.8. These lenses can be quite expensive, so if you do have a lens that is 3.4 and higher, that's okay because you can still take good shots with those. Number 3, camera settings. Now with the shutter speed, I tend to stick to the 500 rule. So my lens, for example, is 24mm lens, so I go 500 times 24. Sorry guys to interrupt the program, but I said there 500 times 24. I was actually meant to say 500 divided by 24, and that will give you 20 seconds to leave your shutter speed open. Well, back to the program. And that would give me the seconds that I leave the shutter open. Now some people say have a lower ISO. I've tried that before. The photos did look good, but I tend to like having my ISO up as high as I can, so to 6400 or 3200. Yes, there's a bit of noise, but once you import it into Lightroom, there's little things on there I can show you that can lessen the noise but make the stars really pop. So wide angle lens, a low f-stop, 2.8, high ISO, and a long shutter speed. Next step is focus. There's been many times where I've gone out to a location, it's pitch black, and then I go to take photos of the night sky, and I thought I've been focused, and then they come out all blurry. But there's a way to stop that. Now in the daytime, you want to set your camera to manual and grab some sticky tape. Point your camera at something furthest away in the distance and focus it. Then with that sticky tape it over the manual focus. That way it's stuck there, so when you get to your location at nighttime, you don't have to worry about focusing your camera again because it's already been done. Next tip, be creative. Don't just rock up at the location, setting up your tripod and your camera and pointing it up and just expect that you're going to get a nice photo. But do something that no one else has done. I remember this one time staying at this house and I thought, I can make this house look really good with this Milky Way behind it. So what I did is I set up my camera, pointed at the house, and then I ran around the house as fast as I could in that 20 seconds exposure with a torch, and I just lit up that house by just pointing at it at all different directions. And this is the shot that I got. Well guys, that's the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. It's getting pretty dark out there now. I can start seeing Venus popping through and some other stars. So I'm gonna jump in my car, head off to a location, take some night photography. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to share this link, help my channel grow. And until next time, I'll catch you around.